ran into a buzzsaw down at Saraland, and I don't think Saraland's lost seasons and games that are behind them. But we'll send our captains out there, Brett, and they're three great ones, one junior and two seniors for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Caleb Spivey. Glad to have Caleb Spivey back here in Alexander City. Great to have him back. Kingston Preyer, number one. Also, the junior quarterback, highly touted. And then number 95, Poochie Bird, who had a scare this summer, Randy. Just glad to see him back fully healthy and ready to go. Wildcats dressed in their all white, and it's time for the Scotty Gordon Cornerstone Financial Group coin toss as the pregame instructions are going on with the officials. There's the flip of the coin. Lands on the turf here at Alabama A&M University. And Mae Jemison wins the toss. We'll see what they decide to do here. So Mae Jemison wins the first coin toss of the season, and they will defer to the second half. So we'll see this highly touted offense for the Wildcats on the field to start the season, Randy. And as you just heard, I was with Coach Johnson, and he kind of went through the starters for both sides of the football. And not only, the attention goes to Kingston Preyer, but the running backs in the backfield. And this offensive line may be one of the biggest we've ever had here at Benjamin Russell.
Well, let's start with the starting lineup there. And you talked about Kingston Preyer, a little over 3,000 yards passing last year, 34 touchdowns, 570 yards rushing, and another 2 rushing touchdowns, so 36 total last year. Starting back in the backfield with him, Josh Harriel, right at 500 yards and 6 rushing touchdowns last year. Expect a massive season out of him. DJ Jackson, along with Eric Young, at your receiving. Gabriel Lauderdale will be another one of those receivers that we'll see there. And let's run down the offensive linemen. Juan Martinez, Thomas Armani, Lakeland Dean, John Waldrop, and Ike Newell will be your starting lineup on the offensive line. And I did leave one of the receivers out, and glad to have JaMichael Greer back.
Yeah, JaMichael Greer, yeah.
Mike had a great season a couple of years ago as a freshman. He's back as a junior. He's a very talented kid, and we're going to need a big year out of him.
I want to go back to that offensive line, Randy. 6'1", 286 pounds is the average per man on that offensive front.
Yeah, big left side. Juan Martinez, Armani Thomas. Thomas is 6'3", about 280. Martinez, what, Brett, 6'6"?
He's 6'6", 305.
Yeah, massive left tackle over there. And Lakeland Dean, another injury bug hit him last year. A lot was expected out of him. He'll start at center, and that's always an important position because everything starts there. We've seen in years past, Brett, when you don't have that snap down, the timing gets a little bit off, and it slows everything down. And if you're running around back there, if memory serves me correct, we struggled with that against Opelika last year in that opening game of the season.
21 penalties in that first game.
Yeah, and it was a lot of issues and timing issues with the snap, the quarterback and center the first time working together. So let's watch that as we get things going. What a beautiful facility here in Huntsville, Alabama. Alabama A&M University. Brett, we've been here before. We've called an AHSA event. Was it maybe the Alabama-Mississippi?
No, it was the Alabama-Mississippi All-Star game.
Yeah, it's
no. It was the North-South.
North-South game.
It was the North-South.
It is a beautiful facility and a great campus here in Huntsville, and we're proud to be here. Look forward to getting started.
Yeah, absolutely. And Randy, Karen Chanel, State Farm Insurance Kickoff, your local State Farm agent for Lake Martin for over 35 years, where you're not just a number, you are our neighbor. They'll kick right to left. Mae Jemison in the solid gray uniforms with the royal blue headgear and the yellow face mask with trim down both sides of the jersey and pants. Wildcats in all white tonight with the maroon headgear with the BR on one side and the number on the other. And we're about ready to get this thing started here. 2026, Wildcats last year finished 12-2. Semifinal. See if they can get past that this year and make it to that state title game. Wildcats will send 2 guys deep. Eric Young will be one. And DJ Jackson will go back with him, standing along the 15, going to creep up now toward the 20-yard line. And Mae Jemison will be kicking right to left. And you'll have to forgive us, folks. We are way away. And we're going to try to work on some crowd noise for you. I promise you, we're not just standing in a closet calling this, but Mae Jemison can get it teed up now. And we should have the Karen Chanel State Farm Insurance kickoff coming up. Your quarters are brought to you each week by Dr. Kevin Sublett. We'll talk more about him. So the Dr. Kevin Sublett first quarter about to get started here. Here we go. Karen Chanel State Farm Insurance kickoff is a down to the 19, going to bring it out 20-25, cuts back and is going to be bottled up right there around the 30, 31 yard line. Going to fight forward, maybe give him the 32, and that's Eric Young there on the return. Going to be really good field position to start this first drive of 2026.
Well, that turfus ground, that playing field down there, and Eric was slipping and sliding a little trying to get started on that opening kickoff. But great field position at the 32-yard line, moving left to right if you're tuning in at home.
Yeah, ball at the 32. And going to be moving left to right. Ball on the far hash. And Kingston Preyer will come out his junior season. 2 receivers to the top of the formation, 2 down here to the bottom. Josh Harriel over here to the right in the backfield, going to walk a guy up, going to line up at H-back. Long snap count, a little bit of high snap, going to get Josh Harriel in the backfield. He spins out of it, though, trying to turn the corner, not going to be able to do that, and going to slide down around the 23-yard line. So that's a loss of about 9 yards right there. It's a little bit high on the snap there to Kingston. And Josh broke that initial tackle, Randy, and tried to fight out of it, couldn't do it.
Well, and we just made mention, and I hate to do that and be right early, but, you know, a high snap's going to slow everything down a little bit right there, Brett. That quick handoff to the left to Josh Harriel going to end up with a 9-yard loss.
Yeah, I'm going to line up back here. Second down and 19, snap, going to hand it off in the backfield and going to wrap him up again for a loss. Hold on one second. Third down coming up for the Wildcats, and they've gone backwards on a couple of plays here. And I think we got our crowd noise now, finally, everybody. So we should be good to go here. Third down coming up for the Wildcats. Ball all the way back inside the 20, back at the 19, Randy. They need the 42 for a first down. So these first 2 running plays, major penetration for the Jaguars.
Yeah, this one coming off the left side and give off to the right. 2 consecutive running plays for the Wildcats. Got defensive linemen back in the backfield. Got to find a way to figure out who we're blocking up front.
Got Greer and Jackson split out down here to the bottom. Going to hand it off and tripped up. Nowhere to go. Big-time defensive tackle getting through right there and dropping him, number 74 there for Mae Jemison. That's going to be Christopher Black coming in. And so that was not a pretty offensive drive to start the 2026 season. It's going to send us back to inside the 5 to punt this football. Murphy going to stand at the 3-yard line. Colin Murphy to punt this football. And they're going to bring some pressure. Good snap. Going to get it away. It's an end-over-end punt. And he catches it right there at midfield. And I think he fair caught that. And then tried to advance it. So they're going to blow the play dead back here at midfield. So he kind of ran up and caught it and then took off, and Randy did have the fair catch signal. So Mae Jemison, Colin Murphy did have some pressure coming off that left side, was able to get that punt off and get it down to the 50-yard line. So Mae Jemison will have excellent field position.
Nice snap back by Gamble Dennis. Good to see him back, Brett. Very, very solid play last year by him. You know, long snaps, man. We saw it on that initial play of the football game. Snaps can be an issue, especially early in the season, and a good kick right there to get things started. But great field position for their opening possession for Mae Jemison.
They'll start in the pistol formation with 2 receivers split at the top, and there's going to be a penalty flag. First one of the season.
It's going to be a false start on the right side of the offensive front.
Xavier Teague. So a false start there, and you expect that. I don't know where. I don't know why we went to break. It's a commercial going on. Hello? Hello? And off up the middle, going to be stopped right there at the 45-yard line. So no gain there on the play. Second down, 14 coming up for the Jaguars as they try the middle of that defense.
Nice stick right there by Kamari Maxwell. Your senior linebacker, wearing number 22 this year, comes up, makes a good stop right there at the line of scrimmage. Still 5 yards behind where they started at the 46-yard line. We'll call it 2nd and 15.
Teague in the shotgun formation now, 2 up to the top, 1 down to the bottom. Ball in the air, Hash moving right to left. Going to take the snap under pressure. Going to drop it off over the middle. He's got his receiver 45 down to the Wildcat 40, inside the 40 to the 39. He's got a Jaguar first down. Had some time, able to deliver a strike across the middle for a first down and moving the chains. They needed 14. He got 15.
A really good timing route. Right when he stuck his right foot in to run that little dig route, perfectly thrown football. Takes it north-south after the reception and picks up yardage down to the Wildcat 39-yard line. 1st and 10 for Mae Jemison there. 8:32 to go here in the first. We're scoreless.
Teague in the pistol formation will stand at the 45, takes a low snap. Going to hand it off to the tailback. Got some room across the 35-yard line down to around the 33. So another big gainer right in there. And so far, Mae Jemison getting off to a pretty good start. Had that false start. And then able to pick up a big chunk of yards there on 3rd down to move the chains. And then here have a pretty good drive going, Randy, down inside the 35.
Big offensive line for Mae Jemison, trying that right side, finding a lane to run through right up the guard and tackle gap. Picks up a good 7, almost 8 yards there on 1st down. We'll call it 2nd and 3.
Teague in the pistol formation, going to stick it in the belly of the back. And going to be tackled right there at the line of scrimmage. Good job that time